In modern war, you will die like a dog for no good reason. Ernest Hemingway. Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play This War of Mine. I'm Kamchak Fisco. Come join me for a very somber tale of survival during a time of war. Okay, gang, well, we're back. After some complications, I actually played all the way up to day 9, and due to a software recording glitch, day 9, 10, and 11 already happened? So the audio was corrupted and I couldn't really save the files. The way the game works is to go back and play up to where I was again would have taken me another, several hours. So I didn't want to end up doing that. So we did miss a couple of days, and I sincerely apologize for that. But we are back to where we were, roughly. And I say roughly because, one, we're ahead of where we were supposed to be. We have a different companion, who I'll introduce you to in just a second. And on top of that, I was running with a mod, and it's the day of crime, or the age of crime, or whatever it's called, time of crime, or something like that, where basically they attack us on a regular basis. So I had a really good haul. Look at what I got. Okay, now you're going to see that I have a lot of items. The reason, we got raided. Oh shit. Use 7 bullets to drive them off. Now the mod I'm running with allows us to carry 100 items at once. So basically, you can actually try to ransack an entire area when you search it. Now, I know that that's not really how the way the game is meant to be played, but I am trying to ensure that I can actually do a full playthrough so you guys can see how this game works. So I am going to be ahead of the curve, because obviously I have more gear than I'm supposed to, and I could go back and do a legit playthrough, but there's a possibility that shit could go south and my guys would end up getting killed, and I just wanted to make sure that this was going to go well. So we're not going to worry about that, we're just going to push on forward. So basically it comes down to this. Oh, okay, I got food. We have a lot of shit already constructed because the guy that we got in our party is actually this dude. Nope, this dude. Marin, who is a handyman. Something broke, I can fix it. Any worthless trash lying around, I can make useful stuff out of the junk. And I don't waste materials. All of them. Parts, bits of wood, plastic pipes, and other things. I know how to make tools, furniture, stoves, heaters, whatever. Given enough time, I can make this place look almost like a proper home. I wish it was equally simple with mine. Okay, now when I first got him, he actually ended up killing 2 bandits at the brothel, or no, 3 or 4 bandits, however many bandits were at the brothel. He ended up killing him and somehow survived, but he came home pretty badly wounded. He ended up rescuing 2 women that were being held against their will at the brothel for obviously questionable reasons. So we managed to save them. So I'm actually trying to get everybody a good ending as well, which is really important because otherwise everybody survives the war and goes back to a horrible life because everything falls apart. I'm glad we helped people from the collapsed building. Okay, one of the things we did is a couple of days ago, people asked us to help with the collapsed building, and I found out the odds of success for your people is directly related to their condition. So the better off they are, if they're healthy, if they're doing well, if they're content, if they're well fed, which is a new thing I found out since I last played. You can actually eat past the point of it saying you're not hungry to the point of well fed, which provides a bonus to what you do. It provides a bonus overall to your character. So if you have that, and you have content, and you send them out to go do tasks, they're pretty much guaranteed to come back fine and having completed the objective. Now, obviously the handyman, Marin, is a coffee drinker. Obviously our cook is a smoker, but we have cigarettes and we have coffee, so it's not a big deal. So yeah, okay, we helped that wounded man, so if we're in trouble one day, maybe he'll help us as well. So I helped a wounded man that was at one of the places I went to at night. We can carve over stealing. Okay, I did end up... There was a place I went to, and the guy attacked me, even though it was a civilian, and Marco had to kill him in self-defense. Now, Marco didn't take it well. Fortunately, he was well-fed and content, so he bounced back from it without, being morally broken down and devastated where he had to be talked to, like in my last playthroughs. And because that happened, there was only one other person there, so I ended up ransacking the place just because we'd already screwed up and killed somebody, so why not just take the moral hit? So we have done 2 technical bad deeds. We robbed from one place and we killed somebody, which is why I'm going out of my way to try to have everybody else do good things so we can get them their good endings. Okay, so they have the supplies. They'll talk about that. If Marco killed, there's probably no other way, which is actually the truth. I used to be an optimist. Well, those people swore the war wouldn't come. Okay, I think that I might have read this in a previous playthrough, but in my recap. Wars happen far away in third world countries, or so I thought. Even when I was listening to the news, getting scarier day by day, I didn't believe what was about to happen. How did Marco manage to kill those soldiers? I didn't know he had it in him. Okay, Marco ended up attacking a military base. And he got a lot of really good stealth kills, because I've actually gotten better at combat since the last time I played. So we actually got a bunch of assault rifles, a ton of ammo, we have armor, so my guys can actually endure fighting now. The way he handled those thugs, Pavel's one tough cookie. Okay, Pavel actually attacked the church, which this time didn't have a preacher and homeless people in it. It had thugs in it, so I had him go there to get the supplies, and he actually took out the thugs. And apparently when you kill military or thugs, it increases your moral ending too. So I've been alternating who goes where to try to get everybody the best moral ending and hope they survive the conflict too. Without bandages, I'll die. Help me. Okay. He went on a mission, got horribly wounded, but he came back alive. So far, everybody's been horribly wounded, but most of them have bounced back. Marin killed a bandit. Good riddance. One scum less to take advantage of the helpless people. So I'm going to read everybody's little thing over here. Okay, so yeah, poor guy. If only I could spare some food, I would have. Let me think about, but I have to think about the others. Okay, he ran across a guy that was asking for food when I was on a mission. There was no food at the place, and I didn't bring any with me because I didn't know. So, unfortunately, the guy starved to death because I tried to go back the next day to give him food, and he was already dead. And some questionable individual was like, "Oh, he was dead when I got here," and then he started acting weird. So I just kind of left the area because I'd already looted it. But, yeah, I didn't get a chance to go back and give the guy food, so apparently you have to give him food on the first pass or no go. When life gets tough, people should stick together. I'm glad we can help our wounded neighbor. Poor people, I know it was cruel to take their supplies, but it's either them... Okay, this is the event where he had to do it. I did it for us, all of us. I know it's horrible, and I'll have to live with it when the war's over. I killed, it weighs heavily on my conscience. The soldiers were a threat to all of us. Something had to be done when he finally killed the soldiers. I'm badly wounded. I don't think I make it unless my friends get me some bandages. He literally came in on death's door. He could not even walk over to the bandage table. Pavel had to bring the bandages to him to heal him. That's how badly wounded he was, but he pulled through. I think he's actually still healing from that. I'm glad we didn't lose Pavel. He took a huge risk out there. It's hopeless. My friends are dying of wounds and I can't help them. That's because we had a bunch of people wounded at one time, but we're okay. We haven't got enough bandages. I failed my friends. That's actually not true. We had enough bandages. I don't know why he said that. My father told me that I should choose one happy memory, and when life becomes miserable, I should just close my eyes and go back to that happy moment. Well, what do you do when your happiest memory brings you nothing but pain? We just had to help our neighbors. They probably do the same for us. Okay, so that's the recap on them. Okay, yeah. I managed to kill the bandit and come back alive, but it was very dangerous. And the next day, he went out again and got wounded. Is that it? After all I've been through, am I to die like this? He actually survived, so obviously, because he's here. I'm glad we helped the people in the collapsed house. It was the right thing to do. And then there's Pavel, who's actually done some stuff himself. Let's see, what did he go through? We need to stick together to help each other, otherwise we might share the fate of the man from the squad. So he actually reacted to the fact that we couldn't feed that guy. Marco did it for us, we should be thankful. He murdered someone last night, what have we become? Okay, here's his actual story. All the shelling, sniper fire, and lack of supplies makes you want to hide away, sit down and cry. But we can't let them crush our spirit. We have to show them that they can't take away our dignity. It's difficult here, but you know how we did it on our street? So I'm guessing he comes from the lower, less fortunate background. It was a good trade. We helped each other. Okay, yeah, I sent him to one of the neighbors, and I gave them medical supplies, because it was the sick father and the son at the gas station. So I looted what I could that wasn't their property, and brought medical supplies with me to trade with them to get some of the other stuff that they had that we needed at the time. If we make it through, we'll have Marco to thank. Okay, this is part of the... We're going to have to kill anyone who stands in our way. Okay, here's where Marco kind of redeemed himself. The soldiers were people like us, but they would have killed Marco all the same if he had failed to kill them. So, he's not even happy about killing soldiers, even though it's a morally positive act, which is weird. Marco's badly wounded and won't make it without bandages, which he pulled through. Criminal strives during wartime. At least those individuals are no longer a threat. That must have been when Pavel killed some bandits. We're wounded, we all need bandages badly. Marin killed a bandit on day 8. We should show him our support. Marin acted bravely at the brothel. What if someone we knew ended up in the mercy of those thugs? Yeah, that's why I freed him, because it's like, okay, yeah, we could trade with them, but they're thugs, and they're holding women hostage. I can hear it through the door. So it was like, oh, hell no, I'm putting my foot down. Gotta get some bandages for my friends. Maybe we can trade or something. We actually had bandages. I don't know why they keep saying it. If the shell had hit our shelter, we could be in a similar situation as people. They could count on us. I hope we can count on them.
My personal thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. You all are awesome viewers. I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. It means a lot to me, and I do hope you enjoy them. So y'all take care of yourselves, and if you want to see more of me, queue up a video on the list or stay tuned for more. Feel free to leave a comment below, and please remember to tag that like button if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, stay safe, and fare thee well, everyone.